Hello, and welcome to Call of Cthulhu Part 1. I'm just going to do a little sound mixing here while we're starting off the recording. Hopefully everything sounds nice and proper now. This is going to be the first part of a Call of Cthulhu long play. We're going to cover the first 7 chapters tonight. Tomorrow night we'll do the second 7 chapters. So, let's get right into it. It's just a new game. Empty slot. I'm trying to find a case. We've got lore on the left side of the screen here. I played this game a while ago. It's been a few years, so I'm a little fuzzy on the details. I remember a lot of people didn't like this game, but as a Lovecraft fan, I was perfectly fine with it. There was no mythos breaking stuff, so you take what you can get in the world of Lovecraft gaming. Nice quote there. Got myself a short. FOV is maybe a little too high. Alright. Here we go. In the game. Excuse me. In the game proper now. Here we go. Yeah, I don't even remember this opening sequence at all, so we're likely in for a bit of a run here, aren't we? It's E. Oh, I do remember. I actually do know this place. I think it's in the last part of the game. How do I... What's my light button? Do I have a light button? Light, middle mouse button. Bro. Oh, okay, I need this first. Oh, that's okay. Alright. I need to see the thing in order to grab it. Okay. I don't have object permanence, clearly.
Fate inescapably draws you on.
Clearly, I do not have object permanence. By the way, I'm doing a new thing with my microphone that I learned that I could do because it has a swivel on it. So we'll see if the audio sounds better for this video.
What a putrid offering.
This game looks really cool.
Don't fight. You have been chosen.
What do we got? Is there Easter eggs back there?
Behold. Everything has already been written. But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
Oh, I hate whiskey. It's my least
I
favorite.
wonder why I still take these things.
Just Sleeping pills. Yes.
Been too long since I've slept in a bed.
Evidently, my guy. Don't got any cool
I used to be an
books?
avid reader. The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases. Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it.
They're too progressive. It's the 20s.
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology.
They're modern women. What can you say? Oh, I like that. That felt comfortable. Oh, I guess that saves game.
Been a while since I jotted down something other than my nightmares.
Was my sanity good? I got some mental trauma. Okay, let's can we up some? Oh, I've got zero CP. Oh, I need more CP. Spot hidden. Eloquence. Yeah, I forgot there's some role-playing systems to this, like the actual game. I'm not going to drink. Yes, I am an avid player of the role-playing game Call of Cthulhu as well.
Private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherrifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
Okay, so here we go. I've got 8 CP available. Let's put some more into psychology. And more into eloquence, I think. I like to be well-rounded. Might need more spot hidden. Okay. Alright. I think I'm good.
Thank you for this information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will soon be up to date. And on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do, there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, you still...
I'm coming.
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl, she is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof,
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
What am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
Okay.
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
36. Press cutting.
What's this symbol on the man's chest? It's as if Sarah Hawkins breathed a message into it.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
The meaning could be exactly as it appears. I think your daughter is sending you a message.
That's what I believe, too. It was 3 months ago that I received the call from the police telling me of my daughter's death. And yet a short while after, this painting was delivered to my home. The painting is linked to this case, can't you see? You must find the meaning behind all this.
Her husband was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
You must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things? What do you mean by that?
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
Darkwater? Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
Okay.
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
Okay.
The sender's label mentioned...
That's right.
And you think...
That is what... Go to
It just wasn't blurred out. It's
I
weird.
think I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You will be handsomely compensated.
All right. I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice.
That's true. It's true.
Darkwater. I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. Darkwater is off the coast of Boston. But I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then. All I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to Darkwater. A good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy. Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology.
Cool. Not drinking. I'm not gonna be a drinker. This guy's already fucked up as is. Learning of medicine. Well.
The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract the Lost Battalion. Holding your position and obeying orders. That isn't courage.
Let's see what more we got. Sarah Hawkins, who's dead. Charles Hawkins, who's dead. Simon Hawkins, who's dead. Stephen Webster, he's alive. Darkwater. The occult. Inventory. Lighter. Oh, that's cool. I got a lighter. And medical knowledge. What's my... Is that upgrade my medical knowledge? Damn. Damn! Okay. I think we're done. Okay. Warehouse set on the docks of the island of Darkwater. This seems to be the starting point for Pierce's investigation. Chapter 2. Darkwater Port. Alright. Clear that real quick. There we go. Well, actually, might be wise to start during these chapter loading sessions. Enter madness. I think this game
We're almost there.
was one of the first things I experienced that really I had contact with the Lovecraft mythos through. It was around the time, I think it was just before this, I had gotten the book that was a compilation of Lovecraft's works on the Cthulhu mythos, and I was reading that book when this game came out and when I played this game. So this was, I'd say, 4 years ago now when I really started getting into the mythos. One of the first, the Scylla. I know someone knows Scylla. spelled that way.
Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload.
Okay.
Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
A nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
Yes, I would very much like to get a lay of the land, as it were. So consult there, go to the bar, talk to Bradley, talk to Fitzroy. Okay. And yeah, I've got more, I'm gonna put it in there. There we go. Nothing back here. Okay. I just gotta check, you know, cover all my bases.
Please move back. Let the police do their work. Hey, Sullivan. Can't you go any faster?
You've seen how old this thing is. If we force it too much, we'll break everything.
You can't do that.
But it's only a fish.
A fish? You've got no idea. Don't badmouth what you don't know, or you'll pay for it for sure.
Okay, that's enough. Step back and let us do our job. The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
They seem to be very agitated about a dead animal.
You're telling me? These fools think that putting the whale back in the water will bring about the end of the world.
They're superstitious.
Fishermen
If
like
only
that.
you knew. They only listen to Captain Fitzroy. And not always. And you. What brings you to our island?
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
I like you, so I'll be frank with you. Don't go near the place. Don't try to get in.
Why?
Because I told you so. Learn to accept some friendly advice. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't understand. You're not sailors.
You can see that I'm busy, can't you?
You can't understand.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Only a specialist would know what killed it.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
You shysters are
Cops,
crazy.
They can't understand.
Damn stupid
Damn
idiot.
stupid idiots. Shysters. Shysters, a lot of them.
Come on, can we sort this out? You can see he's half drunk.
There's nothing for you
There's
here
nothing to
either.
sort out.
Beat it.
Your chum wanted to stir us up.
Okay. Okay. Let's
Prohibition is just a joke around
it
here.
is.
That suits me fine.
Prohibition was a joke, / is a joke. I need to get in the mindset. Can I pick you up? No. Got myself a lighter. I miss lighters when you didn't have to hold them down. go in.
Hey, be careful. Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
Yet you served this man, and you can't say he's been on his best behavior.
He's a regular. It was you who provoked him by turning up with your mainland manor.
You mistake my manner. I ask nothing more than to become a regular as well. Which will be difficult if you refuse to serve me.
I hope you're less talkative when you're drunk.
Try me.
We'll see.
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of dock water. When our whalers left for long months and came back, sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
You don't dare say a thing because you respect their memory. But that doesn't mean that you don't have a lot on your mind.
You're not a PI for nothing. Okay. I don't know what it's worth, though. But Mrs. Hawkins, she went to see her doctor very often.
She was sick.
Ah, I shouldn't have mentioned it to you. Forget it.
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable.
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
Her vision. Was it so terrible?
Way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
No, I'm not gonna order a drink.
Do you know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you,
Very
I wouldn't
curious.
hang around there.
Very curious.
Why
I'd
not?
be looking for that after
First
asking
off, there are rumors.
Sarah.
Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams.
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
I think I'm good.
That'll be all for now. Charles Hawkins was a heavy drinker. And a debtor. Interesting.
How haven't they? It's been 3 months. Why haven't they erased that?
And then he said, "You have no right to treat us like this."
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
The miraculous catch. Cover the whole deck and parts of it were hanging over the side of the ship. Surviving sailors told a frightening account of the perilous catch, but also of its meat, unmatched in its quality and plentiful nutritious benefits. There is no doubt that the immense size of the whale will allow numerous inhabitants of Darkwater to feed themselves, bringing an end to the famine from which part of the island was suffering. Our house for rent, Mr. Marks putting away his religion, we're so sorry. Especially even get the stranded whale. Okay.
My God.
Member of Asylum staff.
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations.
What?
Gifted with its own consciousness. Until it finds a new reader.
I don't know, that guy's important.
Ah, that's it. Maybe we should let him take it. No, the risks are too high. It's a book, after all. Pure knowledge.
You like our song?
I do.
We're true sirens. We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
I saw the newspaper clipping. You don't believe it, do you?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof. Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
I bid you farewell, gentlemen.
Good night, stranger.
So long.
This guy doesn't want to talk to me at all. No bathroom for me.
What you looking at, stranger?
What does this mean? I'm tempted.
I've rarely seen a woman who can hold her liquor so confidently.
What gives you the right to judge me?
Ah, it was a compliment.
So what? Let me drink, stranger. I told you to beat it.
Okay. Is that everything we can do here? I remember her very well. She becomes important later. Okay.
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine.
I gotta go around the outside. Gotta see the Easter eggs. Hey there.
I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman, Cat. Broken. This place seems half abandoned.
Toilets. Door opens both ways, of course.
Fishing equipment. Could do with some rust remover. A souvenir from a more prosperous era. The Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
Nice, I got more learning.
This man and Fitzroy could be twins. What a macabre souvenir.
Macabre? It's the first time I've heard that word pronounced that way. Give me a solid second here, guys. We're back. Let's go talk to this guy.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck. I've brought out the Charles Hawkins...
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. That's all I'll get from them.
Knowledge.
Broken. This place seems half abandoned.
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
I'm surprised Charles Hawkins had goods to store, knowing that whaling stopped in 1847.
I see that you're interested in the history of our island. Indeed, maritime activities ceased altogether at the end of the last century. I imagine that the Hawkins family had other types of contracts.
But you don't know with whom?
No, it was none of my business.
I found a threatening letter, signed by a certain cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
I was looking at your photograph. One of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
Killer whales don't have many known predators.
That's true. And normally, they're not found around here. But, you're gonna take me for a fool.
Give it a try.
Have you heard about the depths? Trenches that plunge into the earth, and that shelter creatures unlike any other.
You're talking about mythology.
Ha! Indeed, you're right.
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least. The miraculous catch. Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailor's return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
Okay.
I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
I'm aware.
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely. Ship owners from father to son.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse. I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
Ooh, I got a point. Let's put it in spot hidden. So now everything's up. What do we do next? I think we work our way in a circle here. I don't think I need much strength. Maybe. I don't know. Can we go down here now? Okay, I guess that's the warehouse.
You saw what happened with those sailors. Don't hang around here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
I've seen the kind of messages their boss sends. You're not scared of her?
Of course I am. Everyone's scared of that woman. She's not interested in small fry like me. You, on the other hand, nose around too much, you'll have dealings with her.
This warehouse looks abandoned. Why does it interest them so much?
No doubt a question of territory, but I ain't asking. You want to know more, go ask the captain.
Good. Thank you. I shall take my leave.
Oh yeah, he's gonna get us into trouble.
Where do you think you're going?
Who are these others so interested in the warehouse?
And why would I tell you?
You and I are on the same side of the law.
Oh yeah?
You don't want to know the truth behind this case.
Are you saying our work was not up to snuff? Forget it.
Let's see.
I thought that the Hawkins case had been closed.
That's true.
So what are you doing on guard duty in front of this warehouse?
Who's asking the questions here, the cop or the tourist?
What more can you say about the death of the Hawkins family?
Not much more than what everyone knows. I wasn't on the case. They were all burnt to death, right? Up at their place.
The whole mansion went up in flames.
Don't get it into your head to go wandering around up there. It's dangerous.
What do you mean by that?
The only one left there is old Silas, and the accident has affected him badly. He can be unpredictable, especially if a stranger starts poking around the property.
Is he a danger to the public?
No, he's in his own home. Do yourself a favor. Leave him well alone.
You live here?
Why did you do that, huh?
We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
I respect your beliefs.
Our beliefs? You mean you don't believe in God?
That's irrelevant.
That's what you think.
There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue.
Quieter. That's all we need for them to hear us.
What brings you to Dark Water?
The two guys behind you. What are they guarding?
The bootleggers. Scum.
They're protecting their territory. From whom, I wonder?
They really don't have a choice anyway. They're more scared of Cat than an attack by drunken sailors.
If only they would kill each other.
Is it Cat who's shaking down Captain Fitzroy?
Hold on just a minute. We didn't tell you a thing.
Nothing at all.
That statue represents your local saint.
What do you mean by local, exactly?
You wouldn't be looking down at us, like all townspeople do.
St. Brendan. He protected whalers and fishermen like us. Until those assholes defaced him.
Peculiar house.
Yeah, that's where we live. Our boat.
It's not because it doesn't float anymore that we're going to abandon it.
Isn't it a bit early for alcohol?
We got nothing better to do anyway. There's not much work around here.
Fitzroy gives us a few chores every now and again, but since the whaling station shut down, ain't a lot of jobs left around here.
So we drink.
I've taken enough of your time.
We'll see you later.
Very interesting.
Damnation. I broke it. It's no use. The padlock won't give.
Let's see. This is St. Brendan here.
St. Brendan. Patron saint of sailors and travelers. Desecrated. I can't even say which language it's written in.
We got the giant bell. Probably like an oil tanker or something.
You could tell me.
No, if it gets out, I'll have serious problems with you-know-who.
I bet that. How could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded?
Keep your voice down. Why not go and shout at the cat while you're at it? I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat.
It's a stiletto, you idiot. And with that smell on your breath, I don't give you much chance anyway.
Okay. I think it's time to get in that warehouse.
Cops, they can't understand.
It looks like there's a way in under this grate. This ratchet device seems to be usable. A handle. It must come from these old winches.
Old winches.
An old cogwheel. Rusty, but in working order. A whale vertebra. If the newspaper clipping in the bar is true, this bone is a real fossil.
Okay. Oh, this is how we climb ladders? With our ladder out?
I could use this old winch to lift the grating. Looks like everything is in its place. All I have to do is turn this handle.
There we go. Oh my god. Am I going... Oh. I'm not passing out.
Smoke. It's coming from this oil. I hope it's not toxic.
One could only hope. Really, he does not want to pick up these oil lamps, does he? I wonder if I had to stay in here long enough and die. There's gonna be spiders and snakes down here. Oh dear! Oh, there's something in the water. There's definitely something there. Ooh, hey, okay. Okay, buddy. Okay. Oh. Oh, okay.
This is primitive.
Yeah. I think my occultism's a little low. I think there might have been a different answer if I knew a little bit more about that stuff.
Ugh, this place stinks. What is the connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case?
I don't really know that there is. You just kind of decided there was. You just kind of decided to go here. Sort of randomly. You just saw a hatch and decided to go through it? It's a little weird.
Can't sleep. I know how that feels. Is this one of Sarah Hawkins' paintings? What is this picture of Charles and Sarah Hawkins doing here? Le Petit Parisien. Who might keep a news clipping about Sarah Hawkins? It smells as bad as it looks. Who has enough money to buy painkillers, but stays in a place like this? What happened here?
icy and cold when I do that. I got some CP. Grab investigation. I need to validate it, I forgot. Good. It's gonna be someone outside this door, waiting for me.
Settled in here. And whoever it is has something
Hide.
to tell me about the Hawkins case. Is there anyone in there? You, don't move. You again. I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
Oh, this is the warehouse I was. Okay.
It's clear that you knew the victims. I'm sorry to dig up bad memories.
I can still see the poor child lying burned on the floor of their drawing room. We had to tear him off. The marks must still be there. They're in my mind anyway.
It's horrendous. I'm going to need your experience to bring him justice, Officer Bradley. Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it. It was in the Hawkins Mansion when we came to investigate the fire.
So you confirm that it was removed from the crime scene? Interesting. I'd like to go and see the mansion.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail? I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way. Andrews, would you please shut the door? And open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose.
Okay.
God damn it. Her again.
Shooter. The shooter.
This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage or I'll
Catherine
shut
Baker.
you up for obstruction.
100%, that's her name, 100%.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Why you?
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
Who the hell are you? What were you doing on my turf? I've got my eye on you. We'll meet again.
Yeah, we probably will. I'll just
far?
like shoot you, dude. I don't care. I'll just like shoot you, bro.
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge.
Bradley's a homeboy.
You see the building? That's the Hawkins Mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do.
Take it, that's chapter break, yes. We'll be with you after this message from our sponsors.
Well, here we are, Hawkins Mansion. The place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
Your partner, Andrews, warned me against him.
You managed to get something out of that bum? I'll end up asking you for advice.
He talks too much. He inferred that old Silas was slightly unhinged.
That's Not far off the mark, I suppose. But kinda unfair at the same time. You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like a son to him. The day of the fire, he lost his whole family. So he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way, he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to ask me? Or do you want to go up there?
I see no scorched trees or fire damage on the building.
You're pretty damn observant, ain't you? The fire was quickly contained. Old Silas acted as soon as he could.
Not soon enough to save the Hawkins.
They were trapped in the drawing room. And don't go troubling Silas anymore. His guilt torments him enough as it is. Are we gonna take a closer look at this mansion, or do you have other questions?
You won't get me to believe that it looked any better 3 months ago.
It's a very old building, you know? Its foundations would probably date from the arrival of the first settlers.
It's got nothing to do with Charles Hawkins' debts.
Ha! You've already begun to nose around, it would seem. So, since you already know it, the Hawkins family couldn't afford the upkeep of this house. It remains to be seen what they did with all their money. I wager it was Charles Hawkins' travels. Let's go up there. Unless you still have questions.
You're eager to go.
You're the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything else?
You know, Bradley,
I prefer to be
You're
prepared.
pretty cool.
There's going to be trouble.
It's a wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, there's nothing to worry about.
Could he be a problem?
Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous. But since the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though, he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age. A true force of nature.
A sad old man doesn't worry me.
Gee, if you don't want to listen to my advice, we might as well go. Right?
Night falls quickly here, and I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go with you, if only to reassure Silas.
Yeah,
Why not?
let's go.
You can help.
Right. Let's go.
Let's go. You're totally not going to get killed.
No question of leaving now. I must examine the scene of the fire.
My man Bradley's a total G, dude. We're tight.
Bradley was right. This place is much older than I imagined.
Crow.
Poor kid. Someone must really hate Charles Hawkins.
I told you. Silas Winchester is still watching over the Hawkins family.
I must say, it's pretty gloomy.
So, Detective, does this place inspire any thoughts?
Do you know if Charles Hawkins had any enemies?
Not to our knowledge. He was a well-respected personality on the island. I don't understand. Silas would never have let such a thing happen.
Why were they buried here?
I was given to believe that it was Charles Hawkins' wish.
Strange idea. I imagine Webster wasn't too pleased.
Mrs. Hawkins' father? It's said that he's devastated.
Let's go to the mansion.
Please give me a minute.
Poor kid.
I didn't expect to set foot back here after the burial. What kind of deranged individual would defile this sanctuary? And steal a burnt painting? I don't see Silas doing such a thing. Let alone allowing it. Even that broad baker is above that. Lord, Have pity on this poor family.
The flowers on Sarah Hawkins' grave are fresh.
Yeah, we got off to a bad start, but Bradley's actually pretty cool. Kind of like having him around. He's my Watson. Oh, I see.
I'll have to find another entrance.
Yeah, I remember a Silas jump scare coming, so beware yourselves.
This entrance is still in use.
Whoa!
Whoa!
You are trying to force the door, you nosy prick!
Easy, sir, all right? Put down the axe.
You know what we do with rubble like you? We gut them. Dump them into the ocean.
Whoa! You're Mr. Winchester. Lower that axe. And let's talk calmly.
I'll show you how we have it out on Darkwater.
You haven't forgiven yourself. You stay here to honor the memory of the deceased.
That's true. I want no more violence. No more tragedy.
It's painful to be the last one left.
You don't know how right you are. Understood. I'm listening.
The police report describes a domestic accident, but Stephen Webster has several reasons to believe that this may not be the case.
Webster is as stubborn as an old mule. And I did tell him that we should let the dead rest in peace.
He wants to restore the reputation of his daughter. I just need to see where the fire started.
No, I can't let you in. The mansion isn't safe.
That's why you barricaded the entrance.
That's right.
And this door?
It's locked, and I make sure it stays that way.
No one lives in the mansion, and you don't take care of it anymore. If you have a good reason to be here, I'm listening.
There's vermin. I keep an eye out.
Vermin?
Yeah, that's it. Vermin.
Right. This is what we're going to do. I go inside, and I promise that I'll hunt vermin. Okay with you?
I'm not sure.
If there's nothing else to fear, you can give me that key.
Right. Take the key and do what you have to do. Go on, then. Just to get rid of you.
Let's see what more I can learn from this mansion.
There's more down there I want to learn from first. Let's do a full sweep of the outside, boys.
The poor wretch seems to spend the best part of his time isolated from the world. I know a thing or two about solitude myself. Rather Spartan. The caretaker has simple tastes.
Game save.
Bourbon. Empty, of course.
What'd that accomplish? Right. cool. I know there was one more path as well. Ooh, I didn't even realize I could. Peekaboo. Very useful. Very useful indeed. You never know when you might need to just. Peekaboo. Monster. Hey there, Bradley.
Pierce, shall we enter?
In a second. He's chopping away. Small wooden wow. New clue. That's a new clue right there. That's insane, dude. Okay. Wonder if I can talk to this guy anymore.
Do you have a moment?
What now?
Nothing. Sorry.
Okay.
Stop wasting my time.
Okay. That was like a Skyrim interaction, dude. Weekaboo. Hey, Bradley. Hey, Bradley.
Pierce, shall we enter?
Boo.
Now that you've finished your fun and games with Silas, we can perhaps inspect the mansion.
You're right. Let's go. Let's take a look inside.
I'm with you.
Chapter 3, Hawkins Mansion. That's what I'm talking about.
Follow me. I know the place.
You know the place? Ooh, things are looking a
Who
little
left this
blurry.
light on?
It's probably. You know you can start a fire that way. Things look a little blurry in here.
The Last Supper of the Hawkins. What does this tell me?
It's 3 months old. It's 3 months. Okay, this is it. The timeline's bugging me here. The timeline's bugging me. I know that Cthulhu entities, mythos entities, can fuck with
What
time,
kind of meat is
but
this?
I don't think Yogg-Sothoth is in this game. It looks like ham. Oh, actually, wait, no, that is not ham. Okay, no, I take that back. That's not ham.
This place is for the head of the family, Charles Hawkins. The boy was probably here. Smashed his plate on the floor. Sarah Hawkins' plate. Why did she leave it untouched? Something happened at this table. An argument?
Hey, Pierce. Daydreaming again?
Working, officer. This dinner table tells us a lot about the Hawkins family life.
Well, we don't have all day. The scene of the fire is next door.
I'm just making sure. I like to be thorough, you know? Because I'm a fucking investigator.
Silas managed to bring the fire under control. But it was already too late for the Hawkins.
Charles and Sarah's wedding was painted by... Let's see if I can find something the cops missed. Charles and Sarah's wedding was painted by Sarah herself. Was Charles Hawkins some kind of explorer? Too much rubble. I'll find an easier way. The child's corpse left a trace. Where are the others? Did it stop at the time of the fire? They had a fight. Why? Was Charles Hawkins a heavy drinker? If the painting I found on the docks really came from here, how come it didn't burn? Did Sarah Hawkins lose one of her shoes? How?
Are we good?
Did someone escape the fire? Blood. This lamp was thrown. This was no accident. This was a fight. Someone fell here. A desperate attempt to flee. And the boy.
So, Detective, what do you make of it?
I firmly believe this fire was more than just an accident.
Huh. What's your theory?
I think the Hawkins couple got into a fight.
You sure of that?
There's only one way to be sure.
Just knock those motherfuckers out of the way. Oh, okay. I guess I got more than I thought.
I just ask that you don't disturb anything. If Chief West found out about what we're doing,
Chief West? Hmm?
serious trouble.
Little Easter egg to Herbert West.
This door is locked.
Let's see what's my medicine at. Oh, it's getting up there.
These bandages are covered in dried blood. The same bandages that I saw in the warehouse on the docks. And given the bloodstains, I'd also say that it's the same person. The lyrics of the drunken sailor. The sea shanty. This door is blocked from the outside.
Yeah, it's the door side that's blocked.
An original edition of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein.
Ooh,
Dated
original.
1818.
God damn.
What do you know about Charles Hawkins' activities?
Well, not much, to be honest. We all assumed the... Hawkins lived on Charles's inheritance.
A book on the first inhabitants of the island. It seems they got here around the 14th century.
If you're right, we should be able to find clues among the Hawkins' personal effects. Did you hear that?
I did not. No.
This place was falling apart long before the fire. This piano is in disrepair. Looks like the Hawkins kept it more for decoration than for music. This piano is in disrepair. What do you know about Charles Hawkins' activities?
Well...
Moby Dick, Melville's classic. The epic battle between man and whale. Mandatory reading for any whaler, I guess.
If you're right, we should be able to find...
This piano is in disrepair. Looks like the Hawkins kept it more for decoration than for music. Dark water history. This place was settled back in 1692.
The voice works really
by
good.
Two families that seceded from the New England colonies. A book on hunting whales, the island's staple diet last century. One of Sarah Hawkins' paintings. Her style sure is recognizable. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Another story about the mysteries of the deep.
20,000 Leagues. How about it?
Greek mythology. Hecate, goddess of the dead, daughter of Tartarus, and mother of Scylla.
I thought it was Hecate.
What could Sarah have done to make this person threaten to call the police?
As you know, I still do in your family and high respect. Unfortunately, I can no longer continue to close my eyes to the behavior of your wife. Last week, she, again, terrified my clientele. I know that she means no harm, but you should place her in the care of Dr. Fuller. He alone seems able to make her come to her senses. If these disturbances were to occur, believe me that although it would feel like torture, I would be obliged to involve the police. Respectfully yours, Angela. More like Anton Willard. Fucking got him.
Locked.
Does the game want to save? Usually saves after I try to open something that's locked.
The boys' room.
Can I... There we go.
A child's fort. From what threat was Simon protecting his world? Tom Sawyer. Mark Twain. Sarah must have read it to him before bed.
The singing's a little creepy.
Sleeping pills. Strong for an 11-year-old boy. What was wrong with this family? What nightmarish vision could have inspired them?
Is that a haunting horror?
Simon's troubles went beyond family problems. That kid saw something.
I asked that because
something terrified him.
The haunting horror was the thing that inspired Lovecraft to make the mythos. He had dreams about it.
The argument that led to their tragic end seems to have been simmering for some time.
Okay. Okay, hold on.
Sarah Hawkins' agent was getting worried. Seems she wasn't giving any signs of life.
My very dear Sarah, ever since you left to bury yourself away on the Lost Island, your art has been attracting increasing numbers of collectors. I beg you to send me some new paintings. The last ones, so somber and strange, moving as no other paintings have been, are selling at a premium price. Your percentage of these most recent sales is attached. Do not forget your friend, who was the first to recognize your genius and display it to the world. Affectionately yours, Maximilian L.
This ledger lists all of the paintings Sarah Hawkins sold. It seems the last one was given for free to a Francis Sanders. I wonder why.
Actually, good shout.
Despite what happened, they seem to have loved each other.
Is there any... Okay, I've already discovered everything there.
The door is blocked on the other side. What will her room reveal about her?
This is an inter-reconstruction moment? Or... This is just blocking the office.
Perfect.
Yep.
Barbiturates. Sarah Hawkins must have been extremely agitated resorting to such a treatment.
Indeed, she must have.
A barbiturate prescription from a certain Dr. Fuller.
25 milligrams of amlodipine to be taken every 4 to 6 hours as required. If attacks become too violent, add 25 milligrams of that up to 3 times a day. Do not consume alcohol or any other medication during that period of treatment. Dr. Thomas Folder, take to Darkwater General Store.
That's a massive dose. Was Sarah violent? This door is locked. This door is locked.
Okay, so check mark here, green check mark here. No need for a check mark there. Green check mark here.
Did you hear that?
An original edition of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, dated 1818. The lyrics of the drunken sailor, the sea shanty.
Where do we go now? I feel like I've investigated the manor. I feel like I've done as asked.
This door is locked.
I know I've done everything back here.
Charles and Sarah's wedding is painted by Sarah herself.
pretty sure I've gotten everything. Yeah? There must be something that I'm missing.
What do you know about Charles Hawkins' activities?
Well, not much, to be honest. We all assumed the Hawkins lived on Charles's inheritance.
This place was falling apart long before the fire. A book on the first inhabitants of the island. It seems they got here around the 14th century.
There appears to be nothing important here.
Dark water history.
This.
This place was settled back in 1692. A book on hunting whales, the island's staple diet last century. One of Sarah Hawkins' paintings. Her style sure is recognizable.
Okay. Alright, let's go back to the office and see if I missed anything there, because it feels like I should have been able to do like a reconstruction or something there.
Was Sarah Hawkins interested in the occult? What was she trying to achieve?
Okay, I needed to look down. Okay.
Bradley? Is that you? Is anyone there?
She's painted me. Striking resemblance. Alright, Bradley, shoot this guy. I got a lamp.
Stop!
Bradley, shoot this guy. Bradley, shoot this guy.
Bradley, did you see which way he went?
Who? I didn't see anyone. I just heard some noise. Are you all right?
A man was hiding on the upper level. He ran when he saw me. He can't be far.
He had to go that way, because obviously he didn't go through the door.
This door is blocked from the outside.
Okay.
I'll cover you.
Alright, then. I guess we go this way. I did kind of want to see if there was anything else in that room up there. That was important.
This door was closed earlier.
Yes, it was.
Where did he go? They look like Celtic runes. Charles must have brought them back from one of his foreign trips. It looks like an old Seaway map.
Do you really think that your fugitive came in here? I don't see any way out.
Clearly, Charles Hawkins knew Captain Fitzroy very well.
And a third man.
I wonder who the man with the glasses is. It looks like a freehand map of Darkwater. Certain areas have been highlighted. I wonder why. This panel is movable. The Scylla. It's the boat that was stranded at the entrance to the harbor. As if the bookcase has been moved several times. Seems like this came from a log. There must be a link with the Seaway map. This globe seems to have been part of some mechanism.
Oh.
Doesn't work. I must have missed something. Looks like the navigational paths described in the log.
Wait.
Have you seen the old maritime maps on Charles Hawkins' desk?
Strange.
Cogwheels. They must be linked to an opening mechanism. Probably a secret passage. I must find a way to activate the opening mechanism. I'd be better off not touching them for the moment.
Okay.
There must be a link with the Seaway map. There must be a link with the Seaway map.
Sailed north. With the office season. $47.55, $49.61.
Looks like the navigational paths described in the log.
Okay, so I think that's what do we got?
There must be a link with the Seaway map.
4270. 42 north and 70 west. Okay, so that's 15. 42. 70. I assume that's the, hold on, I just want to, 42, 70, so right there.
Doesn't work. I must have missed something.
Guess it's...
Doesn't work. I must have missed something.
4270.
There must be a link with the Seaway map.
4755.
There must be a link with the Seaway map.
4961.
Doesn't work. There must be a link with the Seaway
Oh wait,
map.
oh, 3353. That one's okay. 33. Okay.
Looks like it worked.
Well done, Pierce.
Ooh, another chapter so quickly.
Secret passage under the manor. It's like a detective novel.
That's so true.
That guy must have already gotten far.
Yeah, and he had a direct means of entry to the crime scene. We must find him.
What is this place?
3 seats.
Why does this play 3 seats?
Look, someone's been here recently.
Did Charles Hawkins use this place? Who were the others? Whatever Charles Hawkins hid here, he didn't want it in his house. What is this mask supposed to represent?
I don't know. Can we figure it out? Just got learning to do. Apparently.
This piece of cloth is unmistakably from a dress. Was Sarah Hawkins here?
I see. Let's see what's happening here.
This symbol. What does it mean?
Don't want to question that? Alright, fine, cool.
A disfigured saint. What does it mean?
What does it mean? What does it mean? What does it all mean?
Of course.
And something tells me that the key
There's something
is
over there.
climbing these steps.
Oh yeah, you
There's
see him?
tunnels all over this island. Given the size of this cave, there's gotta be other entrances.
The passage continues further down. Might as well start with that.
I ain't gonna squeeze in there. I'll find another way.
Oh
If possible,
shit,
I
Bradley.
prefer not to ruin my uniform.
Bradley.
Fine, fine. Go look for another entrance. I'll try my luck down below.
Bradley's gonna fucking die. Oh, we'll split the party. Oh, Cash. I care, Bradley. I don't want you to die. I can't remember if I took Bradley with me in my first playthrough or not. Probably did. You decided to go through here? No pathways? Seems a little slim. I maybe would have tried climbing a bit myself.
Some kind of dream catcher. If I touch it, it'll turn to dust.
Let's not do that then, because I don't want it to catch my fucking dreams. The bone? No, that's not malevolent at all.
Sad way to go. An old diary. These paintings must be several centuries old.
Seemingly disappeared in mass sacrifice to the glory of their deity. That's good.
This monstrous creature must be an allegory.
Yeah, I'd hope it's an allegory.
These people lying down. Are they dead? Are they asleep?
Seem awfully concerned about cave paintings after dismissing one. It's not ominous whatsoever.
These buildings seem to have come out of the water. This monstrous creature must be an Alec. These paintings must be several centuries old. These people lying down. Are they dead? Are they asleep?
Hey, Bradley. Bradley, come on. I can open it from this side? Okay. No Bradley for me.
Time has weakened these structures. I don't have time to search them all.
You could search one.
This oil again. What is it used for?
Yeah, I'm very curious about that. We're about to run out of oil ourselves.
What's going on here?
Piers!
Keep your voice down. We're not alone.
It's Bradley. I don't even know how he did that.
What have you got me in?
He just teleported.
We'll see. I'll go on. Try to go down on your side.
Yeah, there's a passage. I'll meet you at the bottom.
That sounds good to me.
Grave. A table for sacrifice? Oh God. I got it.
Oh, I'm here again. Is that guy dead?
Oh, it can't.
Is that guy dead?
Breathe.
Oh, yeah, it can
What's
be.
happening?
Okay. Okay.
Is it my turn?
Yes, it is time. You will soon be one of us, if your body and mind are ready.
I dream of it every night. I have constant visions. I am ready.
Good enough. Prove it to us.
It's like in my dream. It seems to have been used recently. Probably some sort of ritual. I can't read Latin.
But I've got some occult progression. Oh, I'm an amateur now. I'm better at occultism than medicine. Oh, wait, no. Gee, I think eloquence is what we're starting out next, right? Guys, it's just like in my dream. Oh shit, I didn't want to do that. I did not want to do that. Shit. I didn't think it would actually unlock.
You who sleeps, accept this under your immortal will.
Ya Cthulhu Nithsiha Fetag.
Yep, they're speaking Relayan. Dynamo? Is it? Okay, I thought it had the Elder sign on it.
Grant him your mind and accept his, so that his mind and yours may be one.
Yeloig Padk Cthulhu Loigna.
Grant him your dreams and accept his, so that the paths of your souls finally intertwine.
Yor El Cthulhu Kashag.
Let his soul guide you to us, just as your dreams guided it to you.
I feel him.
You are gifted indeed. Not another word. Let him pass through every part of you. All you who sleep, we pray for your return into more sacred flesh.
It looks like a kind of deep coma. What could this ritual have done to them? Again, this primitive writing.
We are ready for the...
I made it out.
Bradley, what are you doing here? I saw two odd-looking guys coming down. Seemed up to no good. What in the world is this?
An
They
intruder!
recognized us.
Oh, shit!
I just light them up.
Don't move! Police!
Light those
Don't
motherfuckers up,
move!
Bradley.
I won't hesitate!
Bradley, get
to
back!
shoot.
Get back!
Oh, he's got a golden revolver,
You asked
dude.
for it!
Charles.
You shouldn't have seen this.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Let's get going. Okay, Charles. Charlie's
Chasing in.
Okay,
I need
Bradley's
to get
dead.
out of here.
Bradley's dead. Bradley's dead. I gotta get this bridge is about to collapse. Yep. Told you. Told you. Oh, guys, I gotta level up. I guess it's... Damn. for next level yet.
My leg! Light. At last.
Ooh, already. The return. And for you guys, it was just a second. For me, it was like 30 of those. Oh, Dr. Fuller. That's the other guy in the painting.
He's having a seizure.
He will survive. Strong subject.
There, he's opening his eyes.
I can't get up.
Don't move, Pierce.
Oh,
You can
Bradley.
certainly say that you gave us a scare.
What did you do to me?
How's Bradley alive?
Undo these straps!
Whoa, go easy, my friend.
You were dead. He killed you.
Are you sure he's better?
He was dead. Me too, we were dead. What are you doing?
I'm sorry, my friend.
What? No!
Bruh. You just sold, Edward. You just sold.
What? This foul gas again.
Mr. Sanders, you have to come with us.
No, please. I can't leave here. You got no choice, Sanders, and neither do we. You don't understand. If I
He's
go
not
out,
drawing the elder sign.
No! No! You're leaving this cell.
Please. I don't want him to find me.
I don't remember this happening this early in the game. I don't think the Shambler's here yet, though.
They tracked and hunted me, pursued me right into their dreams. They scribbled all over their maps in the wake of my lonely wanderings. No sea is dark enough to hide the color of my blood. No wind strong enough to scatter my dreams. When the last of them rises up, you choose. I will not be here to bear witness to it, because you will have released me. But the earth will resound to your cries, or theirs. Awaken and free me.
You there. Wake up. Come on, stand up. We don't have much time. Can you stand up?
Who are you?
Clearly standing right
A
now.
friend of Ethan Bradley. It was he who told me that you had been interned here.
Wait. Bradley is really alive? I don't understand. You filled me so full of drugs I can't distinguish dream from reality.
Please believe that I have nothing to do with these disgraceful treatments. Look, I don't have time to explain everything. I'm not really supposed to be here. And the same goes for you, according to Ethan. You must leave as soon as possible, and as unobtrusively as possible. I've brought you your clothes. Let me go ahead. We'll meet upstairs.
Wait a minute. What's going on here? What do they do to the patients to make them so terrified?
I would really like to know. I only see them when they are brought up for medical treatment, for problems they didn't have before going downstairs. But this is neither the time nor the place to talk about that. We must not stay here. There are 2 men standing guard near the stairs. It's the only way to the floor above. I shall try to distract them, and get at least one to come with me. All you need to do is to follow me as
Weird
soon as the
comments
way
in the
is free.
subtitles there.
Understood.
You know I've got to try all these, right?
What did they inject him with? What did he write about the painting? Sarah Hawkins is on this list of authorized visitors. Why this strange symbol repeated over and over? Sarah, am I in an asylum?
I think so.
What does this mean? If I don't get out of here, I'll end up like him. Poor wretch.
I would like to say that I'm surprised to see you, but we all know that your curiosity will be ruined.
I don't understand. These people need care. You keep them in this terrible place as if...
Go back upstairs where your patients are waiting for you to treat them. As for you, gentlemen, do not disappoint me anymore. No one enters or leaves.
Yes, Doctor.
Were those the 2 asylum members that we saw in the bar?
Damn it. I'll have to find a way of getting rid of those 2 myself.
The fuck was that?
I told you not to let her come down.
The machine is working again, but the control wheels haven't been put back on.
I was just going to the storage room. I can bring them to you.
No, Dr. Fuller doesn't want us touching the pressure valve.
As you want.
Good God. What could this machine be used for?
Gosh pushed his eyes out.
Have I acted? It's an ammeter. I didn't expect to see one on this little rock. This machine seems to consume a great deal of electricity. I can still increase the load. What will happen if I increase the current to the limit? The corpse is complete. Whose are these limbs? Is there a connection between this corpse and the machine?
I don't know. Is there?
I can still increase the load.
Oh, god damn it.
Worse and worse. Vats of rotten flesh? An elaborate electrical system? Like a dumb pulp novel. What's the connection between this meat and the electrical installation?
Okay. Let's go back here.
Locked. Exactly what I need.
Why'd they put a padlock on the storage room? Doesn't seem too normal. Why do I still have my equipment with me?
The green gas leaves from here and it runs through the whole building. Perfect. It's done. Now for the others. It's locked.
Oh, okay, it's...
The control wheel is missing. This lever must turn on the gas machine. This valve controls the pressure.
Okay. Back to full life pressure machine. As best I can, however, the piping has been damaged and I fear the gas is escaping. I cannot do any more in such a short time. All I can do is warn you if the equipment is put under too much pressure, there is a risk of explosion. Z. Allen, mechanic. Maybe a reference to Zadok Allen, which is a name that popped in my head and I think is familiar. I think it's from the
Control wheel
Shadow.
is missing.
Fuck. I think it's from the Shadow over Innsmouth. Zadok Allen was the old man, the only person in Innsmouth who wasn't a deep one. Yep. Last week's incident caused significant damage to the infrastructure, putting a stop to current experiments. This is unacceptable. From now on, the wheels that operate the gas stopcocks must be kept in the storage room after each use. Moreover, you must keep the register of the use up to date. Okay. See, now we're getting somewhere. You know what? There we go. Fuck. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that wasn't letting me click. That was really weird.
With these chains on your wrist, you can't escape. I could use this control wheel to turn the valve I saw. Now for the next step.
I'm learning. I'm learning the pathings.
Scopolamine, morphine, opium, nothing but common drugs.
Okay. Okay. Medicine progression's getting up there.
The piping hasn't burst. Not yet, anyway.
I think it burst. Did it just burst?
There's nothing happening.
Oh no, okay. Okay, bam, bam.
I've got to hide before the guards see me.
This man's claustrophobic as fuck. I am the same way though, so I can't complain.
It's locked.
I think we got a walker.
Dude, I'm out of here. Can I just go now? Yeah, I guess so. I guess there's multiple ways to escape.
Doctor, is that you?
Don't you worry about the doctor. Right now, he'll have plenty to keep him busy with his precious machine. It gives us time to get away. I'll undo you.
Get away? Get away where? I can't go anywhere. It'll find me, like it found me here. You're mistaken about the beast. Don't stay with me, or you'll end up the same way.
Okay.
You're Sanders, aren't you? I heard you from
My
side.
mouse isn't, my
What
clicky's
did
not
they do
working
to you?
apparently.
What does Fuller want with you?
The doctor? You think it's the doctor who scares me? The doctor wants to heal me. But he's the one who's crazy. He wants to restore my sight. He wants to give me back my eyes. And yet I told him that I didn't want him. I do not want to see it anymore. The real culprit is Sarah. Her and her accursed paintings.
You're kidding me. You're talking about Sarah Hawkins.
The one and only. The legendary. There is no artist more enlightened or cursed than Sarah Hawkins.
In her office, I saw signs of a ritual, perhaps an invocation. These things, that's what makes you say she's cursed.
You're wrong. It was not an invocation, but a revocation. But she failed. And that's what counts.
What's going on this island?
I'm so sorry. We should never have met.
What are you talking about?
Destiny! It has trapped you. Don't let it see you, or you won't be able to escape it. Don't look at it. That's how it finds you.
What finds me?
Sarah Hawkins' visitor. The Shambler.
Sanders, pull yourself together.
Without her, it's no longer possible to save me. No!
Sanders! What the hell? Oh God. I gotta. Okay. This is insane. What killed him?
What happened? Got a feeling the dimensional shamblers. What happened? Okay, I would go back for books and shit, but I'm just gonna
Damn! The gas! Oh. My head.
Later. We need to move on.
Ooh, another chapter break.
Who goes there?
Okay. It works again. Right, we're working on... I'm pretty sure we're looking at spot hidden now. He's deceased now.
That nightmare again. I need a drink. No. I want to know what Bradley and Dr. Colden have to say about all this.
You're awake, Mr. Pierce. How do you feel?
Did I sleep long?
The day is only starting. It's fine.
How's our fugitive? Dr. Fuller hasn't reported your disappearance to the force, but that'll come soon.
Bradley?
Who else would it be?
Mr. Pierce, are you all right? You look like you saw a ghost.
There are things I can't explain.
Tell us. What happened?
Damn. Damn.
I met a Francis Sanders. You know him?
Of course. He's a patient. Or was. I haven't seen him since Dr. Fuller had him transferred to the basement.
He knew Sarah Hawkins. And that's what killed him.
What? How did he die?
I'm not sure I can explain it.
Tell me how Mr. Sanders died.
I didn't see what, but something was there with us.
Of what do you speak?
Sanders said it was Sarah Hawkins' visitor. He spoke of it like a living being.
Sarah Hawkins? Have I missed something here? This makes no sense. I don't see how it can help crack the Hawkins case.
You really think she's involved? How could she have murdered Mr. Sanders?
Francis Sanders mentioned Mrs. Hawkins just before dying. It's no coincidence.
You know, Francis Sanders was a well-known art collector. I guess you can still pay a visit to his wife, Irene Sanders.
An art collector, you say? That's probably how they met.
If you plan on having dinner at the Sanders household, please spare the widow the tale of her late husband's suffering.
I don't agree. She deserves the truth.
But that truth may be biased. We don't know the bottom of it.
He's right. We can't ignore the truth.
But it could drive her mad.
Better madness than ignorance. Very well. I'll go to see Francis's widow. Perhaps I'll find a link between her husband's death and Sarah Hawkins.
Talk to you guys more?
Don't end up in the hospital this time.
Oh shit, I wanted more talkie.
I'll do my best.
Did I actually run out of dialogue?
Let us go now and learn the truth about what's happening on this.
The other night's events are still confused in my head.
Did I actually run out of dialogue there? What the fuck? Okay, well, I guess no more dialogue for me. It didn't make it expressly clear that that would end the dialogue, right? Like, that wasn't something that choice made evident. Was it? I don't know. I feel like I fucked up. Oh well. I would have liked to talk to them more.
What can I do for you, sir?
Mrs. Sanders, I'm a private detective. We must talk about your husband and his ties to Sarah Hawkins. Can I come in?
You may. However, before we go any further, please know that my husband died yesterday.
That is precisely what brings me here.
Well, well. Look who's here.
You know each other.
Our paths crossed. Briefly. The brave detective has a talent for sticking his nose into my business.
I bump into her every time I'm investigating someone's death.
It's a small island, Detective. My island. It's better that it's you bumping into me.
You're investigating Francis' death. Why? Who hired you?
I spoke to Francis before he died. His story suggests a link to a case I'm working on.
Well, since this business has got nothing to do with me, I'll be in your husband's office, Irene. We'll carry on later.
Very well, Miss Baker. This way, Mr. Pierce. And do make yourself comfortable. It would seem that you have much to tell me.
Indeed I do.
May I inquire as to when you had the opportunity to talk to my husband?
Yesterday. I met him at the hospital. He spoke to me about Sarah Hawkins.
Oh, of course he spoke to you about her. That's all he talked about. Sarah Hawkins and her paintings. Please forgive my tone. The fact is that I have not been allowed to see him since he was interned. You, on the other hand, a perfect stranger, were able to see him and even talk with him the day he died. How was he? Were you present when he had this attack? What happened?
What happened to your husband is terrible, Mrs. Sanders. But from what I saw, it was inevitable. The man I met yesterday had lost his reason. He suffers no longer, if you would allow me such a platitude.
Of course. Thank you for your kind words. Nobody in that hospital would have deigned to speak them to me. However, it will require more than that to soothe my mind. I need to understand. How could this happen? In a reputed institute? And right before your eyes? Did you not do anything to help him?
Mrs. Sanders, I understand your grief, and I extend my deepest condolences to you. But I had nothing to do with the death of your husband. I've just arrived on Darkwater. I'm investigating the death of the Hawkins family.
The death of the Hawkins family? You mean it was not an accident? This accursed island knows only tragedy after tragedy. You too would be advised to flee it like the plague. Oh, I'm tired, Mr. Pierce. I would be grateful if you could tell me what you expect of me, and then leave.
Did your husband talk to you about Sarah Hawkins' visitor? A shambler, to use his precise terms.
Well, you can imagine that's all he talked about. It's exhibited at the center of the gallery. No better place for the painting that endowed him with the privilege of such a shameful and miserable end to his life.
Hold on. The Shambler is a painting by Sarah Hawkins.
Who else to paint such horrors? Take a look for yourself, if you feel so inclined.
It is my only lead at this stage. I suppose I have nothing to lose.
Then you have paid no heed. For my part, I refuse to set foot in that gallery again. But if you're so eager to see it, I would urge you to make the most of your visit. Because I count on ridding myself of that thing as soon as I can.
Thank you, Mrs. Sanders. I won't be long. day the Shambler came into the Sanders' lives. A house of artists. Francis Sanders and Sarah Hawkins were close. Friends, even? Sanders' accession register. He wrote beside the Shambler, "Finally." What did Sarah Hawkins fear so much that she didn't want to sell the painting? A house of artists. He finally won. Was Sanders aware of his imminent doom? She first refused to sell the painting. How did that make her feel? She despises Sarah Hawkins, but it's the painting she truly hates. Why? The Shambler. I need to see it. Did she really care for him after all?
Acknowledge receipt of the letter in which you demand the body of your deceased husband. I'm sorry to inform you that I cannot agree to return this body to you at the moment of his interment. You decide to discharge, allowing me to dispose of his body as I see fit. I send my deepest condolences to you. Thomas Fuller.
Is this dagger part of Sanders' collection, or was he seeking to acquire it?
Okay. Oh, that's not good. They really just put on motherfucking hidey hole right there.
Let's see what this cylinder has to say once it's inserted in the phonograph. A strange Amerindian pendant. I could use one of those. Strange. For months, Sarah Hawkins refused to part with her painting, to finally give it away for nothing.
Thank you for proof of owning this cursed painting. If a friendship is enemy you, please spare me the way to this guild. Come out to be the architect of your fall. Beg you, my dear friend, forget the Shambler. Your friend, Sarah Hawkins.
Another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary.
Take it, this would lead to the same place. Okay, said something on it.
That's twice you've stepped on my toes, Detective. Try not to make a habit of it.
I've got a lot of bad habits.
Some can be more fatal than others. What have you come looking for in this gallery?
I have a well-off client in Boston who heard about the death of Francis Sanders and wanted me to size up his estate before making an offer to his widow.
Nice story. Bad lie. Learn how to dupe, Detective. But as long as you keep out of my way, you're free to carry on with your visit.
I found this drawing of a dagger. Did you come across anything like it in your reading?
Perhaps. I saw several daggers in the ledgers. I could always check. What I didn't find, however, was the slightest reason why I should help you, Detective.
I don't need your services. I can manage all on my own, thanks.
Do it then.
Oh. Sure. Malleus Bestiarum. Bestiarum. Yeah. How much occultism? Ooh, I'm at 35% occultism already. Okay. That's not bad. It might be bad. But... did that affect my sanity? It did affect my sanity. It did. There's like a little whistle cue every now and then. And it sounds like the opening cue of Don't Worry, Be Happy.
Not now, sweetheart. I'd like to read this without some snoop looking over my shoulder.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times.
Let's see if we can find the dagger. What's it look like again? Okay, kind of looks like intertwined. Ooh, I got full up on my own leg. Nope, this is, sorry, this is bad. I know what happens here. This is the big showdown with the dimensional shambler. Sorry to spoil it.
Why was he so interested in old weapons?
There's the dagger that I'll need.
The man transformed an entire wing of his manor into an art gallery.
There it is once more. Alright, let's start this. Wait, I just gotta make sure I remember where it is real quick. I do not want to lose track of this motherfucker. Was it over... see? It's not that. Oh god, where is it? It's here. Alright, found it. Okay. Drawing of a dagger. Check the dagger. That's the dagger. Okay.
What the hell was that? Damn. This dagger looks different.
Well, I'm just gonna fucking stab. Oh. Okay. Speedrunning, speedrunning. What?
What's the matter with you?
Okay. Cool. From Beyond is the From Beyond and The Thing on the Doorstep, 2 achievements I just unlocked for this game.
You sure you won't be needing that hand?
References I'm
You're
sure
losing
you'll
it,
get.
Detective. At this rate, you're right. The bottle will get you before I do.
You didn't see anything.
I saw you within an inch of putting a dagger through your forearm. Did I miss something more interesting?
It's nothing. I think I just drank too much.
That goes without saying. If you can't tell the difference between reality and fiction, then you're in real trouble.
I ran, screamed, broke a pane of glass. You were in the next room and you didn't hear a thing.
If I hadn't heard a thing, I'd still be in the other room. The door was blocked. I got in as soon as I could. I like to look after my goods.
You mean me?
Don't flatter yourself, sweetheart. I'm talking about the contents of this gallery. And by the way, where do you think you're going with that dagger?
It saved my life. It's an extraordinary dagger.
You should talk to Algernon Drake. He's an antique dealer here on Darkwater. He'll tell you all about it. From what I saw in the ledgers, it was him who sold it to Sanders.
It's not your style to give me free information like that.
Take it as payment for being my canary. A simple trade-off. Now go see your antique seller. I still got things to settle with Irene.
Ooh, the Nameless Bookstore. What a store. Ooh, does not look like Drake's had a good time.
Freud's The Interpretation of Dreams. Where's the bookseller? Another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary.
Yeah, this Reverend's wife gets around. Did I start on volume? Oh, I must have missed volume 1. Yeah, I must have.
The Book of Zion is the foundational work behind Helena Blavatsky's Theosophical movement. Its followers place truth on the same footing as a religion.
Another one? Yeah, I'll read it.
What does this strange book contain? This book contains unholy knowledge.
We got the first Malleus Bestiarum. Okay, my occult's at professional now. I got amateur medicine though. No threat of my oil lamp ever running out in here. Is that? No, it's the same place.
What happened here?
Let's figure out.
Let's start over. Where did they break in from? Blood. Seems like amateur work. Someone tall left this footprint. A man, probably. This burglar seems to be rather clumsy. What sort of thief leaves his tools at the crime scene? What happened that made the burglar flee before finishing his work? What killed all these animals? What the? Charles Hawkins? What sort of power did Sarah Hawkins' painting possess? Sarah Hawkins helped hide something in this safe. Drake put in a great deal of effort to hide whatever is in here. Everything is linked to the Sarah Hawkins case. What link did he find between Charles Hawkins and an old amulet? Is everyone on this island taking sleeping pills?
At this point, dude.
Drake left instructions on how to find the combination of his safe.
The page seems to be hidden here. It is possible to read. If somebody finds these memoirs, there will be no doubt that I am in serious trouble. My last and only hope is that my body and bones are still in this plane of reality, in order that they be recovered and burned. The funeral urn was to be given to my dear mother if she is still of this world. The following message is of capital importance. Whoever reads these lines and demonstrates acuity as sharp as mine can hope to gain access to my most precious possession. It lies within my safe, and the clues to the combination can be found on 3 cylinders, each hidden where life and study combine in the Greek world. Each cylinder is numbered, even if, as the celebrated author says, order is the pleasure of reason, but disorder is the delight of imagination. Indeed, despite my preference for organized chaos, I must admit that reason usually prevails in the end. If by chance a person, or should I say genius, was to match my intellect and find the combination of the safe, I would ask that they deliver this content of the safekeeping into the safekeeping of my friend and colleague, Professor Armitage of Miskatonic University. Professor Henry Armitage, I take that, who is the head librarian from tales such as the Dunwich Horror. The content of this safe is not only a vast digest of knowledge, but also a weapon that is far too dangerous to fall in the wrong hands. I hope that you will be able to appreciate the danger this represents, and you will act accordingly. In any event, I'll be neither there to guide you, nor to suffer from your actions. Okay. Cool. This Drake guy's pretty cool. I remember liking him a lot. Heard it again.
Arkham editions. Never heard of him. How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham Editions.
Wilmarth is familiar.
Arkham Editions. Never heard of him. How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham Editions.
Claudia D. Waits.
Arkham Editions. How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham Editions.
Azathoth and Other Horrors. What are the others?
Arkham Editions.
Key of Solomon.
How many volumes are there in this
Isis
collection?
Unveiled.
Another volume by Arkham Edition. Arkham Editions.
Prophecies.
How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham Edition. Arkham Editions.
Things that should not be.
Never heard of him.
Okay.
How many volumes are there in this collection? Cylinders that Drake tried to hide. I should perhaps listen to them.
Perhaps. Do I not have other cylinders? Oh, I guess I lost the other one.
And these red rocks, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets. And these red rocks, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
So you're referring to Henry Armitage there?
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny. Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
Okay, so that means this one here is 9. Oh, there's other things to find here.
What a strange amulet. I have a feeling I'd better not touch it.
The Hound. "52% occultism. It's better than my medicine now. That concerns me."
Drake talked about a particular volume.
9.
So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message.
Edward Pickman Derby. That's Edward Pickman Derby. I believe that's a character from The Thing on the Doorstep. That's the friend of the narrator.
What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume.
Let's hear that.
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions.
Divine gold.
And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
Divine gold, red drops.
So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message. What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message. What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake was talking. What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular... So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message.
I know one was all about chess.
What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume.
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny.
Shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny. White
So these are the
Queen,
volumes that Drake was talking about in his message. What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake was... What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message. What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about. What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular... So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about. What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about. What did Drake say about this collection? The Queen has little protection.
Chess here.
The Queen has little protection.
Oh. 3 maybe? Is it referring to how many soldiers are around her?
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny. And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
4. I think maybe it's the number of white pieces, which is 4.
The Chalice of Knowledge. The Chalice of Knowledge.
1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess, I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
Yes. Yes. Oh. Looks like an Eye of Sauron right there. Ooh, chapter 8. Okay, we're gonna watch, there's probably gonna be a cutscene at the beginning of this, but this is where we're going to end part 1 of Call of Cthulhu. Cut the long play in half right here. Tomorrow, episode 2 will be uploaded. We're gonna round out the game. But yeah, I'll see you guys when this cutscene starts up. And we're back for a brief second before
Dr.
we're not
Colden,
back
this
anymore.
man's condition is deteriorating.
What says Dr. Fuller? It's his patient, after all.
He's busy with Captain Fitzroy. He specifically asked us not to bother him when that's the case.
Oh, of course. I'll see what I can do. Mr. Blake, can you hear me? I'm Dr. Colden. We'll take care of you.
There's nothing we can do. I tried talking to him. He's catatonic.
What can you tell me about him?
He was highly agitated an hour ago. We were about to tie him down when he fell asleep. 10 minutes ago, he curled up into a fetal position. I thought he was waking up, but no.
Show me his file.
That's not possible.
Don't tell me Dr. Fuller has taken this file as well. We need it.
That's why I called you. This man's ailment has been hidden from us.
Come on now. What was he treated for?
An intoxication, I was told. After inhaling chemicals.
What are his symptoms?
His temperature has been going down. His skin losing its color. His body rigid. I closed his eyes myself. They were glassing over. I didn't want them to dry out. And I couldn't bear to look at the expression on his face.
You did well. Don't worry. Let's stay professional, if you will. I don't recognize him. Did he just arrive on the island?
He said he worked on the docks, but not with Captain Fitzroy. I think he works for Ms. Baker.
Who?
You know, the woman at the head of their gang. They call her Cat.
Oh, I see.
Do you have other questions?
That'll do for the time being.
Any idea what this man might be undergoing?
Very well. I'll examine him.
Okay. Alright, I think we're gonna leave off there. No longer in the dialogue situation. As always, thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see you hopefully tomorrow. Bye-bye.